seconds left.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Remaining.
Only one left. It's gonna come around this corner. God.
Clutch. This is what I trained.
Oh my god. So welcome everybody to some new exclusive gameplay of Valorant, which is Riot's new 5v5 competitive character-based FPS. This is without question one of the most hyped first-person shooter games in recent memory, and I've been incredibly lucky to be given some early hands-on and bring that gameplay to you guys. Now, if you've been tracking Valorant's every movement or you've never heard of the game before, this video is going to give you everything you need to know. We're going to show a variety of clips from clutches to uncut gameplay. We're going to talk about how the game feels and plays, how it compares to CSGO, all the characters and closed beta access, which we'll be talking about later in this video. Before we dive into it, if you guys do want to see more Valorant content, as I have tons of gameplay to share, if you can support this video by watching all the way through, it helps us get out there to more people who can discover Valorant and helps the video generally get promoted. Subscribe, leave a like, and let's jump in. So what is Valorant? It's a 5v5 competitive character-based FPS on PC. It's a game of precise skill, high stakes, lethal gameplay, and clutch moments that rewards creative gameplay styles. In games of Valorant, players lock their agent for the entire duration of the match and then attempt to win a round-based attackers versus defenders best of 24 rounds fight. Now immediately you're going to compare this game to Counter-Strike but with Overwatch abilities. But it's a completely fair opinion to have because a lot of the mechanics and game systems are very similar to Counter-Strike. So you might be curious on what my experience is with Counter-Strike, and I've put about 500 hours on CSGO. Now, that's a decent amount of game experience, but I'm definitely no expert. But I can say confidently that this is the best competitive FPS I've ever played. And I know that is a really big statement, but I truly mean it. There is so much going for this game and so much that Riot are doing to make sure that this game is just a great game to play, that the general feeling I had coming away from this game is that I enjoyed every moment of it. Gameplay is genuinely addicting and I cannot wait to put more time into it. But it's a different beast to CSGO. So whilst it's fair to compare, I don't think they're quite the same game. But just like CSGO, every round you have access to a round-to-round based economy system, where all guns have their own strategic value and depth of mastery in both recoil control and situational deployment. Now, comparing the speed of the game to CSGO, this game is a lot faster than CSGO. It's very snappy and fast and action-packed, and you need the quickest of reflexes. This game is not for the casual player. It is going to kick your ass until you learn how to get good at this game. And that is something that I'm really happy about. And just like CSGO, there are weapons which you need to master. You cannot simply run and gun like you would in a game like Call of Duty. You need to run with your knife out. You need to slow walk. You even need to stop and crouch to be more accurate when shooting. The economy system of buying weapons, replacing your armor, and buying abilities every round feels so natural and normal. And when it comes to the economy buy system, it's very similar to Counter-Strike. So how does it compare? Well, as you can see in the gameplay, you can always constantly see how much you have in the bottom right. At the start of every half, which is when you are on defending side or attacking side for the first round, you have 800. Every kill gets you 200. Winning a round gets you 3,000. Losing a round gives you 1,900. If your team's on a losing streak times 1, you have 500 extra cash. And if you're on a 2 times losing streak, you get 1,000 cash. And that is the maximum amount you can get. And planting the bomb, or what's it's known as in this game as the spike, gets you 300 for everyone on a team. And whilst max cash in CSGO is 16,000, in this it's 12,000. If you're coming from a CSGO background, you're going to be looking for that AK-47 replacement or that M4A1 replacement, and we have it in here. If you're looking for that AWP replacement, we have it in here. And if you're looking for those one-tap deagle or silenced pistols, you've got it here too. And there's a lot of mechanics you'd be used to in CSGO that are the same and a little bit different here, such as either team aren't locked to a certain location while they're buying. The entire half of the map is open to you, and you have 30 seconds to buy rather than 10. There's also these bubble walls which lock down certain parts of the map for both teams. If you're defending, you can get to both sites before the round even begins. Just like CSGO, if you get flashbanged by Phoenix's flashbangs, if you look away, that gets rid of the effects. There are no defuse kits, but there are some interesting changes to the defuse system. In CSGO, you have to completely commit to the defuse in order to defuse the bomb. While in Valorant, you can defuse a bomb up to 50% and leave it, and the bomb will still be 50% defused. Which means if you die while defusing the bomb and you got it to 50%, then another teammate can come in and finish the other 50%. 50%. And you can physically see the progress of the bomb defusal on the bomb. And you can slightly bunny hop in this game as well. Although this is a work in progress version, so anything could change. Now, something else I really appreciate is that when you are killed, it shows how much damage the enemy did to you and where on your body, and also how much damage you did to them and where on their body. This is super useful when learning how to control every weapon in the game and knowing where you're going wrong so that you can adjust for future gunfights. Now, the biggest concerns that anyone would have when first seeing this game is the fact that all characters have abilities, which is something that CSGO doesn't have. And adding mechanics like abilities were going to be a main action bringer, but in fact, that is not the case at all. They're more used as a tool rather than a main action bringer, and sometimes you can go full rounds without using them because you don't really feel they're needed for that particular situation. And there are 8 agents that you can play as, and they all have their fair share of abilities. You have a main ability, which you will always have and recharge and can be used several times in a round. You have 2 abilities that you can buy during the buy rounds every round, and then you have an ultimate which you earn by getting 6 kills within that match, all with a combination of that and picking up these orbs that spawn every round. Now, out of the 8 characters in the game, I managed to play a total of 4. Phoenix, who is a fire expert, Jet, who has incredibly fast movement abilities, Sage, who is a medic, and Omen, who's a bit like the Grim Reaper. Now, if you were to ask who is my favorite character, it is so difficult because all of them are very useful in different ways, but I really enjoyed playing as both Omen and Sage. One having the art of being incredibly sneaky, and the other being the team medic player that also has some incredible offensive abilities. I've spoken a lot so far, so let me showcase my best clips with these characters to show you what you can do with them. Oh, okay, I hear footsteps on short. Not gonna peek it. Not gonna peek it. Okay, there's a sniper. All right. Definitely not peeking it. Are they gonna push up? What's going on? Okay, they're on long as well. Oh, let's go. Oh, sit down, son. Okay, spikes down. Okay. It sounds like they're coming up from long, so I'm just gonna slow them down. They're gonna have to come through short to get the bomb. Okay. I hear them on long, but I don't see them. All right. Oh. What the heck? Okay. Are you going to come back for the bomb, my friend? What's going on? Oh, I hear them coming back. Oh.
Unimportant.
One enemy
Sit
remaining.
down. Oh my god, one left. Okay, come on, let's get the ace. He's on long. He's on long. Here we go. Yo, let's go. Ace, baby. Oh my god. Now, there are plenty more clips just like that in this video, so please stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed that incredible ace with that SMG that had a crazy amount of recoil, basically an MP5 from CSGO. Now, there are 2 maps that I played, and we're going to go through these, and it's very important that a game like this has good maps, because you look at other games like CSGO that have some very iconic maps. And the philosophy with these maps is that they're not going to put a load of maps into the game, but they're going to have a small range of maps that are going to be played for thousands of hours. So these are absolute masterpieces of maps, and this one is called Haven, and this map has 3 bomb objectives instead of 2, which at first I thought was going to absolutely break the map flow, but it actually works incredibly well. And this is my favorite map out of the 2 that I got to play, where essentially the middle of the map was so important that it became another bomb site, and I can't get over how much I love this map. This is going to be an iconic map years down the line. Hold me to it. And the other map we played was a map called Bind, and this map has no mid, but instead has one-way teleporters which facilitate fast rotations from either bomb site. So each bomb site has 2 attacker approaches with no middle zone. Agents can throw abilities through these one-way teleporters. You can run through the teleporters to flank quickly, but they do make a loud sound when someone runs through them. So you got to make the trade-off if it's worth it or not to rotate using them, which is a really creative mechanic I've not really seen before. And I have no doubts that that's going to continue through the closed beta and the full release of the game, which is free to play in summer. And even from the gameplay alone, you can just see how smooth the game runs, how good it feels to move and use these weapons. And that's because they have dedicated 128 tick servers which upsample all player movement to 128 FPS. So even if your enemies are lagging due to a poor internet connection, the game servers will automatically upscale their movement to be 128 FPS smooth. And the aim is for at least 70% of global players to have less than 35 milliseconds of ping, which is all in the pursuit of getting rid of that fight against peeker's advantage, a common technique where due to someone's poor internet connection, an attacking player can sometimes see and shoot a defending player before that defending player can react. And when it comes to anti-cheat technology in this game, it is revolutionary in comparison to the likes of CSGO and other very popular PC games. And they have their own in-engine wallhack resistance called Fog of War, which is a system that omits players' locations until just before line of sight contact, making it impossible for wallhacks to work. And Valorant has its own and developed cheat detection tool, which is purely made for this game, that allows for consistently evolving detection methods and the ability to instantly ban cheaters. Any game with a cheater detected will be ended immediately and forgiven for all other players. And I'm pretty sure I heard as well that they'll be able to IP ban you, so no matter how many accounts you make, you'll be permanently banned from the game, which is so good to hear. With regards to matchmaking, you have unranked games and you also have competitive. And if you're coming from a CSGO background, you're going to care a lot about the competitive mode. And on screen here is all of the ranks in the Valorant Alpha, which is all still work in progress, but there's going to be a lot of ranks. The rank bands will be slightly different than League of Legends, but if you are in the very top, which is called Valorant, then you will be the smallest band of the best players in the world. Now, I won't talk for much longer as I want you to enjoy some uncut gameplay with no commentary, but if you have any questions about the game, be sure to leave them down below in the comment section as I'll be going through and answering them. With regards to closed beta access, the only way that you can gain access to the closed beta on April 7th is to link your Riot account to your Twitch account and watch Valorant streams that have drops enabled. My Twitch account does have drops enabled, so if you check the link in the description and I'm live streaming Valorant before the beta begins, you can gain access that way. There are no beta codes. It's purely account access. So you're going to have to be very lucky and very on the ball if you want to gain access. That's going to round it all up for this first impressions video. The final results is this game is going to be catastrophically big when it releases in summer, and it is going to be a staple PC game for many years to come. Normally the words are don't believe the hype, but I really believe that this game is going to be the next big FPS. I'm going to leave you with another amazing clip I got live when playing, but if you enjoyed the video and you learned something, do let me know by leaving a like rating and enjoy. It looks like the enemies have gone A. We've just had one guy die at A site. All right. Oh, of course they've put an ice wall there. Of course. I don't know, maybe they might be trying to rotate it, so I'll place that down there. Oh, I just heard some footsteps. They're rotating. They rotate. Okay, we got a jet. We got a jet nearby. Okay.
Last player standing.
Oh no. Oh no. 1v4. Okay, well they're obviously all going to be at A site. They're probably going to plant. Slow walking, but I really need to get the pace on. Just if so many footsteps.
30 seconds left.
Oh my god, that was nasty. The bomb's down, so they're obviously going to be coming from that side. Don't want to do this. I want to do this. Okay. Oh, okay. One came through the teleporter behind me. Okay, sending out the drone. Get rid of that.
10 seconds left.
Oh my god.
Opponent killed. One enemy remaining.
Only one left.
Stand
Gonna
down.
come around this corner.
Clutch. This is what I trained for.
Oh my god. You see that? The 1v4 clutch.